Hello and welcome. So if you are joining us for the first time, it is a pleasure to have you on the channel. My name is Medichi, your real estate consultant based here in the city of Asaba. So today we'll be talking about the 5 most critical mistakes that you must not make when you are buying a land, be it in Asaba or anywhere across the country. These are the 5 mistakes that you must avoid. And the number 5 is the most important one. Number 1, never ever buy a land without doing a due diligence on it. Now, the Land Use Act of 1978 states that the federal government owns all the land across Nigeria. So that land in Sokoto or the land in Asaba or the land in Enugu is owned by the federal government. But under those lands are 2 classifications. The first classification is free lands. What are free lands? Free lands are lands that have been released by the government for private and personal use. That one, the government is not interested in it. They allow individuals to build their houses, run their businesses on those free lands. Then the second classification of land, according to the Land Use Act of 1978, is acquired or government lands. Now, these are lands that are owned by the government for specific projects. So in every state, you have a designated area that they call government reserve areas. That is where the concept came about. Areas that are reserved by the government for specific projects. Now, under that acquired land, there are 2 divisions. We have the committed land. Those committed lands are lands by the government that projects are already situated on it. So there's a project ongoing on it, even though it's not yet completed. And then we have the global acquisition lands. Global acquisition lands are lands that the government owns, but they have not earmarked any project on it. So an individual or a private company or a developer can reach out to the government in writing requesting for so land. And when that request is granted, they are issued a document called excision. Why is this important? Now, when you are buying a land, you must carry out due diligence to know whether that land belongs to the government or is a freehold land. If it's a government land that has not been exercised, automatically, even if you build a 300 million naira duplex mansion on it, the government will come back for that land in years to come. So it is a mistake you must avoid. Always do your due diligence to know whether it is a free land or a committed or government acquired land. Second mistake you must avoid before you make that land purchase is not going or having physical inspection. Now, I know you're a Nigerian based outside the country, or you are based in a faraway city and you want to buy in another city and you do not have the luxury to see that land. Now, what do you do in such cases? You either send a representative to go on your behalf, or due to the digital age that we belong to, you can request for a visual inspection. A visual inspection can be in the form of a video or a live recording on the land. Why is this important? There are things that you cannot spot without seeing that land. There are signages, there are marks. There might be someone has committed a particular portion of that land that they are trying to sell to you, and you would never know unless you see it. So in a case where you are not available, you can send someone who knows what to look out for in a real estate transaction, specifically maybe a lawyer or a surveyor, to go check out the land before you make payment. Always insist on inspection, whether physical inspection or in the form of a visual inspection. Now, the third mistake that you must avoid in real estate is buying lands based on emotions. This is a very critical point that I tell people. I've had a situation where I showed a land to a client, and I explained the whole prospect of this land, showed him the landmarks around it. He told me he would get back to me. It's normal in the real estate industry. And guess what he came back to tell me? He said, Ekene, can you get me something in so location that is closer to his hometown? Now, that particular land that I showed him is worth at least almost times 2 the price right now. This was 2 years ago. And the one he ended up buying, the value has increased, but not to the same level. Why? He bought through emotions. In real estate transactions, just the same way you treat a business with all strategy and direction, you must treat your land purchase with direction. You must have a reason for why you are buying this location. What are the growth potentials? What are the landmarks around this location? Does it have a good land title? You must avoid emotions when buying land. It will save you a lot of distress. Now, the final one, which is the most important one, is make sure you buy from a registered, verifiable real estate company. Now, I know you are interested in getting land from individuals, communities, or families, but it comes with a lot of risk. You have a situation of omonile, land grabbers, a lot of things coming up, youth levy, bush entry. All those things come when you buy from either an individual or from a community or a family. Now, a reliable real estate company, emphasis on reliable. Not all companies are reliable and trustworthy. You must always check out for their track records. But a reliable real estate company would have done all those processes on your behalf before marketing that land. So what you just do is you pay those companies and you get your land hassle-free, no stress. This is the most important part of when you are buying a real estate property, be it land or houses.